Hello, here we are with an unboxing and hands-on with the BlackBerry Passport. So this is the official retail packaging. Very BlackBerry-esque if you have ever seen an unboxing of a BlackBerry device of past. But let's open this up and show you what you get. So presented on the front here is the BlackBerry Passport. Now we must admit we have opened this up before, so the screen protectors and everything have been removed, but that's because we've been reviewing this device and a full review will be on our YouTube channel very soon. So we'll come back to that in just a moment, but let's see what else you get included in the box. So you've got some documentation in a passport sort of style booklet. Remove the packaging. We've got a 3-pin UK mains adapter because this is a SIM-free unlocked UK version. We've got the BlackBerry logo, we've got a USB port there on the top. To the side here we have a set of headphones. We pop this open and pull that out. So it's a BlackBerry premium stereo headset, 3.5mm with a clip there, inline microphone and replacement earbuds as well. So for hands-free calling, you know, reasonable headphones, but not the best. You might want to use your own. And then lastly, neatly presented in this little box, is we have some more documentation. And then we've got the USB to micro USB cable. So that's for charging the device when connected to the mains adapter, or indeed connecting it to a computer. So here is the Passport itself. And you may not grasp this through the video, but I haven't got particularly big hands, but this phone is really quite big. It's very wide and is the width and height of a traditional paper passport. It's also very heavy at 194 grams, but there's a reason for this, because under this back cover is a massive battery, 3,450 milliamp hours. It's huge, it's built in, it can't be removed, but it will give you 2 days battery life. So we've already switched this on and sort of set it up, but let's give you a little tour around the front. So obviously at the front here, you'll see we've got a QWERTY keyboard. It's 3 rows of keys here. They are backlit. You might be wondering where all the special characters or the numerics are. They come up on screen. Nice tactile feel to it. We've then got the 4.5-inch touchscreen display here with a resolution of 1440 by 1440. It's got a 1:1 aspect ratio as opposed to the 16:9 of most smartphones. That's what makes this so wide, in fact. The top here we've got the earpiece, got the sensor, the BlackBerry logo, got a front-facing 2-megapixel camera, and then just to the left side of that we've actually got a LED notification light. On the left side we've got a completely flush side, no buttons or ports. There's just this silver metal around the edge. On the top we've got a 3.5mm headphone jack. We've got the power button. On the right side we've got the volume up key and then the volume down key, and in the middle this is actually the BlackBerry Assistant button. You press and hold that, and we'll come on to that in a few moments. On the back we have the 13-megapixel rear-facing camera, records 1080p at 60 frames per second. We've got the LED flash, we've got the BlackBerry logo. So the battery is built in, as is the 32 gigs of internal storage. You've also got the NFC portion of the device under here as well, so touch this against other devices to transfer files and things like that. Also built in under here is the 2.2 gigahertz Qualcomm Snapdragon processor, quad core of course, and 3 gig of RAM. And under this little portion at the top here, which you can open but it's very, very tricky, there we go, you need a bit of strength there. You've got the nano SIM card slot and the micro SD memory card slot. So although this has got 32 gig of internal storage, you can expand this further with a micro SD card in there and a nano SIM card. So if we come back to the front of the device and then show you on the bottom, we've got the micro USB port here. We've got stereo speakers on the left and right here, and there's a microphone as well. And in fact, on this device, there's actually 4 microphones in total, and it gives you an audio experience that really is very impressive. Now, we'll cover that more in our full review, but we've been very impressed so far with the quality of the audio on the voice calls and also audio recording and video playback. So here we have the OS 10.3, and we've got new notifications or sort of icons down the bottom here. We've got the home and the apps tray as we go through these different bits. So you can see the main sort of apps tray. We've got a shortcut to the phone and the camera. Here is the apps that we've got open, and they sort of resize based on how many you've got actually open on your device at once. So we can close apps down, and as we close them, the icons sort of move. You can press and hold on these icons, and you can move them about and reorganize them in a way that's suitable for yourself. Interesting, but it's a bit slow and a bit clunky if we're honest. But it would be nice to have a little bit more control and actually resize them like you might on a Windows Phone device. So in the app tray, you don't have too much installed as standard, which keeps this nice and slick. Now, the eagle-eyed of you will notice there's BlackBerry World and App Store from Amazon. So this is a BlackBerry device, so you've got BlackBerry World on there, which is the primary location for your apps, but they've also installed Amazon App Store through a partnership they have, and you can run the Android apps that they have within the App Store on this device. That means you get more option in terms of the apps. So one of the reasons a lot of people are put off by BlackBerry is by the availability of apps, but the Amazon App Store helps to get around that. Now, it doesn't solve everything, but it's one way of improving the flexibility and appeal of this device. You've got BlackBerry Maps, the browser, the docs to go, and one of the big appeals of this device is the fact that because the screen is a 1-to-1 ratio, you can actually get 60 characters wide on the screen. And what that means in comparison to other devices is you just got more actually on screen to be able to read. And it goes the same way if you turn it in landscape mode. Now, the keyboard has some touch gestures built into it. So you'll see here that I can slide my finger along the keyboard and I can scroll up and down the text. I don't actually have to touch the screen. I can still do that, but I can slide along like so. And if I did it the other way, I can use the trackpad in such a fashion, which is really quite handy. There's lots of gestures on here, so you slide up to get to the sort of the main apps window. You can peek across into your BlackBerry hub here, and this is the main place for all your messages and notifications and things like that, and you can control it. You'll have seen this on previous BlackBerry devices, but it's sort of been improved a little with shortcuts here and quick buttons for deleting and make things a little bit simpler, but it's kind of a hub for everything that you do. Scroll down from the top and you've got quick access to some key settings which you can customize. Go into the full settings menu, and this isn't the most logical of menus. It's got loads and loads of configuration options, but it's not necessarily laid out in the best way. Some of the things aren't in the most logical places. We've got some advanced options here, so lift to wake, flip to mute, and flip to save power, which are nice things to actually sort of keep this device functional on an everyday basis. So this has got a 13 megapixel camera. Let's launch into this just so you can see it. You can record stills and video, and you've got the front facing camera as well. 1080p video recording. If we go down here into the menu, we've got various options. So we've got different scene modes. We can turn the flash. We've got the ratio of the screen. We've got HDR. We've got a timer, and then we've got further settings that you can see just here. And we've been pretty impressed with the camera results all told. So another new feature on this device is the BlackBerry Assistant. So if I press this button on the side and hold it, you'll see we get up this little icon come up, and we can speak to it. And what that actually does is it uses the internet to process the question you've asked it, and you can do quick things such as send a message or an email. You can get it to read your emails to you, do a web search. It works. Our impressions are that it's got the capability, if you know the commands to give it. It's not quite as quick or as powerful as Siri or Google Voice and even Cortana to some extent. But But it's a nice addition there, and I'm sure it'll improve with time, but it's nice to see it, and it can be helpful, especially when you're doing things where maybe you can't actually handle the device, so such as driving. So that's a quick unboxing and hands-on with the BlackBerry Passport. Be sure to check back for our full review that'll be available very soon. Thanks for watching.